Hey, crafty friends. It's Andrea from Prairie Sky DIY, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Manitoba, Canada. It's Sale-A-Bration time, which means you get to earn all kinds of freebies. So today I'm going to show you a fun Valentine card using 3 things that you can get for free during Sale-A-Bration. I've worked ahead a little bit, excuse me, and started to prep some of the card. So thing number 1 that you can get for free during Sale-A-Bration is this adorable Friendly Seagulls stamp set. We've also got the a la mode dies, which I've already cut the letters out. Oh, and the third thing, sorry, squirrel, is the paper that I've used to cut out our die. This is the Toadstool Gardens paper. So those are all free with a purchase of $75 from Stampin' Up! And Sale-A-Bration goes until the end of February. So to get our card started, I've got our basic white card base. I've got, well, it's not scrap, but I'm using it as scrap. A piece of basic white and the piece that we're going to use for our matte layer here. So our matte layer is going to actually use 2 techniques. The first is we are going to, excuse me, my throat is very hemmy today. We are going to do some ink blending. And the color that I've chosen for that is Azure Afternoon. I am going live via StreamYard. This is going to both YouTube and Facebook. So if you have never given StreamYard permission before, give it permission so I can see who is watching and who is commenting. And feel free to chat away while I am busy doing this. So the sponge dauber, I'm just very lightly adding some color, mostly because I didn't want just a plain white background. And I do want to have kind of the swirls and stuff showing on this. Otherwise, if you didn't want that showing, just take it and start off the paper. But I kind of want it to be like a little bit of a cloudy blue sky. We have no blue sky here today. It's all cloud. We're supposed to get more snow with the possibility or potential of quite a bit of snow. I don't know. We had Monday as a day off school, so not really anxious for a snow day this week, but extra days off are always nice. Okay. So we've done just a little bit of the ink blending there. I'm going to take this off. I love the Stampin' Up! Ink blenders because they've got this little plastic bit that your finger doesn't get covered in ink. But let's be honest, I am at some point going to get covered in ink because, of course I am. I just put my finger in the ink pad because craft or disaster. That's why I always wear black pants. Okay. Actually. All right, let's hope for minimal fingerprints on this one. Okay, I'm going to move this over to my laptop just so that it doesn't get everywhere. So this is actually the first time that I'm using this little French fry stamp. I got this set because my kid, oh, hey, Kathy, I hope you're having a good day. My kid loves French fries, possibly more than life itself. I actually missed the French fries the first time I looked at the set. So we're just going to do a whole bunch of random stamping. You could stamp it in different colors if you want. Where I didn't quite get it exactly where I wanted, we're going to cover that up. So I don't get too terribly fussed when I make a mistake when I'm stamping because there's always ways to fix it. There's always ways to cover it up. Okay. Maybe one more there and then we'll go kind of like that way. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, take our little fry guy off. I've been trying to be a lot more conscientious with putting the stamps back in the case when I'm done. Okay, so there's our base done. I'm going to move this out of the way because it's a little bit of a bend and it's kind of a pain to try to work over. Okay, so then we've got the Greetings for All ephemera pack, which I almost bypassed, but there's black and white greetings and there's something for just about every occasion. There's Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Easter, Happy Holidays, Valentine's Day, birthday, thank you. It's so versatile and it saves you time on stamping if you don't want to stamp. I might actually have a thought for that. So I did cut out my letters already, but if you needed to do that, I suggest dry fitting it first to see how everything's going to go together. So there's our, and also to make sure that you are spelling the words properly, because anytime I've done an alphabet anything, I've always made a mistake with some sort of spelling. Even though generally I'm a good speller. M-O-R-E. Okay, we've got T, H, A-N, C-K-S. Okay, so love you more than snacks. So we're going to play with our lettering first and get that onto our card roughly where we want. If you wanted to, you can cut these out of the foam sheets as well. That would give it just a little bit of extra lift and oomph. And of course, I grabbed my take your pick that does not have the spatula end. So we're just going to do this by hand then. The spatula end makes it a little bit easier, but I actually have nails at the moment. So now to do this, the adhesive sheets come in 6x12 pieces. So I cut this piece at 1 3/4, and then I cut the adhesive sheet a little bit less at 1 1/2, because it doesn't need to be fully stuck down. It's not really going to go anywhere. S-N-A. And I like a little bit of a rustic feel when I'm doing my cards and stuff. So if it's not exactly straight, I'm not too fussed about it. If you are concerned about that, you can always use a ruler, or you can do grid sheets. Oh my gosh. The words, they're not wording today. Right. I don't really make very many Valentine's cards. Warming up is always a good thing. And if you get to watch crafting stuff or get to do crafting stuff while you're warming up, it's always that much better. It is coldish today. It's about -23 at the moment. It was much colder earlier in the week, though. It always messes me up when we have a day off at the beginning of the week. Okay, and then the S. This does take a little bit of time, but I think it's worthwhile, especially when you have a sentiment that you want to use. Now, there is a I love you more than in this stamp set, but I wanted something a little bit different and a little bit bigger. It is a little time consuming to take the backing off, but I like using this so much more than using liquid glue or trying to figure out how else to put it onto my card. The adhesive sheets are seriously the best thing ever created for the fiddly little dies. Another way of doing it, if you don't have the adhesive sheet, is to take a piece of plastic or something and on the side just do either the white glue or the clear glue and just put a little bit and then dab it with a sponge. Okay. I'm going to do more. I'm sort of paying attention to what I'm doing. Actually, I'm going to stick the E down first. Am I? There's so much static in my craft room right now. All right, we'll just, whoops. Ooh, I just had a thought. I don't know. I'll try it on a scrap first and see if it'll actually do what I want it to do. So I was just thinking that the letters are a little bit lost on the background, but they might not be by the time we finish. So I was thinking that I might take a black marker and outline, but we'll see. I have my blends. I'm not 100% sure where my Stampin' Write markers are. Oh, they're over on the shelf. Okay. I have kids who like to do art in my art room as well. Okay. So more than snacks. Okay, I'll put that on after. We're going to stamp our French fry guy. And then maybe another one. Maybe we'll stamp this one too. We'll see. I don't know. I have an idea in my head, but the ideas in my head don't always translate to what's actually going to happen on the card. Okay, I need this piece as my scrap. This is his buddy. And this is, have I stamped this guy before? I'm not sure. Sometimes there's a residue left from the manufacturing process. So I am going to stamp it on a scrap. Oh, that's fabulous. We'll just flip it over and pretend that didn't happen. And would it be alive with me if we didn't have a craft-a-lunch? Of course not. Okay. I like to color before I cut, just because it's easier and it's not quite so fiddly. We'll do, oh, found it. It was in my blends. Light lemon lolly, light smoky slate, and dark smoky slate, I think. Or crumb cake. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think crumb cake is going to be dark enough for the French fry. Maybe it will. This is a very small little area, so I'm just doing basically dots to color it in. It's not a very French fry-y color, but better than yellow. Pecan pie would be good, but I don't have pecan pie blends yet. Okay, we'll do yellow for his feet. This is, which one is this? This is the light. Yeah, I don't like that. We'll do the dark. Much better. And fussy cutting is going to be part of this. So, light smoky slate. I'm just going to do a band on his wing. Actually, I think I'm just going to do his band on his wing. Okay, and then grab our snips, and then we're going to fussy cut, and then decide if we're going to do the other seagull guy. I like to cut the piece a little bit smaller before I actually get to fussy cutting because I find I have better control. And also moving the paper versus moving the scissors, I find also gives me a little bit more control. I'm not doing a super precise job, but I am getting as close to the outline as I can. I'm actually shocked based on just life that I haven't cut myself yet when I'm doing fussy cutting. Cut myself on trimmers before, but I always expect to, not pay attention and cut my finger. Okay. I'll just, don't cut his toes off. There we go. Okay, and then just do right by his head. I don't know, I'm thinking I might only do the one. Get a little bit of a notch out. Yeah, I think we're just going to do the one. Okay. Sorry, there's a lot of contemplating going on. Can't even think of the words today. Oh my goodness. Okay, so all of these are stuck down. We're going to grab a dimensional. Actually, probably a couple because they're little. We're going to stick these guys down. And then one more, I think. So this can be as complex or as easy as you want it to be. The dies really do make customizing your sentiment and your card fronts quite easy. We're going to stick this guy down, and then we're going to do we're going to put that on dimensionals, and we're just going to put it at the very top. Now, if even the mini dimensionals might be too small for some things, you can always cut them. They are just foam and easily cuttable. And I 100% suggest also using the outside pieces because it's the same thing. And you get more bang for your buck. All right, so I love you more than. Here is our card front. We want to make sure that it always opens the right way. We need something on here. We need some bling or something. What are we going to use for bling? I think we're going to use the two-tone dots. Okay, well, that one's empty. All right, so I checked everything, and I made sure that I had everything ready, except for apparently adhesive. So we're going to use dimensionals. Stick it down. And one in the center. I don't usually do a center one, but this is a full panel, so I am going to add just a little bit more. I saw a hint somewhere, and I think I might actually start doing it. Somebody had taken their Stampin' Blends and colored the top of their dimensionals so that they could actually see if they took the top off or not. All right, so there's our cute little Valentine's Day card. I would totally give this to my kid because she would absolutely love it. We're going to use the two-tone dots. It's got two different sizes, the small ones and the bigger ones. I think we're going to use the smaller ones for this. Take your pick tool, kind of stick it down, and then just do like a check mark idea to get it off of the paper. 3, 5. I think 3 is good for this card. So there you have it. Dies, free for Sale-A-Bration. Stamp set, free for Sale-A-Bration. And the toadstool paper, free for Sale-A-Bration, which goes until the end of February. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. The link to my store is posted down below. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I always check the comments. Have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.